Good morning, welcome back to another video. This is Heather, and if you're new here, I'm a 46-year-old single Christian woman, basically going through a midlife crisis. I would say so. Perimenopause, all the stuff, all the in between, trying to figure everything out. So this week, what are we doing? We're planning for May, planning for some new goals. So I took some time. I do have some things written down here because I would forget, and I'm also working at the same time. So I'm trying to multitask here, so just bear with me if you would be so kind. Their music is really loud outside, I'm just saying. Anywho, so basically what we're going to be doing for the month of May, because the last video I posted was basically closing out April. I was gonna say March, was basically closing out April, and April has been just a bust. Like April was just not that great of a month for me. I've missed a lot. So hopefully April showers will bring May flowers. We shall see. So, okay, so my goals for the week, I should say, would be training 5 days a week. I don't do 7 because I'm old and I need rest. I really need rest, and rest is very important at this stage. Also, ideally, I would like to get 8,000 to 10,000 steps a day, 5 to 6 days a week. Okay. Next thing, I need to be hitting 140 to 150 grams of protein roughly. And I don't think that I do. And I was on the fence because what I wanted to do, I was ready to just stop tracking my food because I hate tracking my food. I hate it. But I feel that if I don't track anything else, I need to track my protein because I know how important it is. So I'm going to start tracking my food again. I only didn't track for a few days. Also, 64 ounces of water. I used to drink a gallon of water, but I don't really think that I need that much water, especially while it's not super hot. Probably start adding more water once it gets hot. But right now, I don't need that much water. And been there, done that. So 64 ounces of water, which would be approximately like 2 of these. And I am on my second one for the day. Okay, the next thing is going to be to read 5 to 10 pages of a book daily, which I have a book picked out, and I will show that in a minute. Next thing is to read my Bible daily, at least Monday through Saturday, or Sunday through Friday. It just depends, like 6 days out of the week, because one day I go to church and I typically don't read my Bible at home that day. I just go to church and pray before I go to church, and I ask God to prepare my heart for whatever he has for me. But the other days of the week, I need to be reading my Bible, which I have done really good. I have a Bible plan, reading plan, which is from my church. So I pretty much follow in here. I write in here. So basically to follow this and to read in here. Okay. So the books that I am reading, Write It Down, Make It Happen by Henriette Ann Quasser. This is actually really good. I am thoroughly enjoying this book. I think I'm on chapter 11 right now. Yeah. So I only have this much left to finish. Not that much. So I'm going to finish reading this. But I want to continue reading 5 to 10 pages in here every day. And then this is another one that I'm reading, and this is built more like a devotional because you only read like an excerpt every day. So I want to continue just reading this every day for 52 days. Okay. And also to keep track, because I don't want to come back next week and you're like, so girl, what did you do? And I'm like, well, what had happened was, I don't want to do that. I want to have actual data for you. I'm going to try to keep track of everything in here. Right, my steps, my protein, how much protein I hit that day, my sleep score, because I don't know how familiar you are, but if your sleep is not good, you're setting yourself up for failure. So yesterday, my sleep score was 93. Girl. 93, what? I slept so freaking good, and I had such a good workout. By the time I was done, I was like, man, I have so much more left in the tank. Like, let's go. But I didn't want to overdo it, so I stopped. Anyhow, my sleep last night was a 71, which was okay, not the best. So I'm going to record everything down on here. My steps, my training, my sleep score, my protein, if I do my reading, if I read my Bible, all that stuff, I'm going to record it on here and give you guys the data at the end of the week so we can all be on the same page. Also, I weighed myself and I weighed in at 169. Muscle was only at like 98 pounds, I think, according to my scale. I have to look back at it. But I also took pictures this morning in 2 pairs of jeans. And what I call it the clothes-o-meter, which is a made-up word that I did. Oh, and that's Jilly in the background. She's my little lazy coworker. All she does is sleep. Anywho, so the clothes-o-meter. Basically, the clothes-o-meter is a piece of clothing that tells you if you're going up or down. So, because a lot of times the scale is not going to tell you the full truth. You see the scale, the numbers go up, you get upset. The numbers go down, you get happy. But then if you're losing muscle and you're not losing fat, like it can really screw with your head. So, my goal is to be able to fit these pants comfortably, I would say in like 90 days, which would be approximately 3 months, 12 weeks or whatever. So we'll see. But I do have pictures in there, in the actual jeans, so that way you can see how they fit. I don't know if I want to show them to you now and then show you at the end where we are, or should I just save it? I don't know. We'll see. But I do have those, and I want to show you guys that. So this week, I basically am just getting myself back on track to make May a successful month, because April was not it, honey. April was a whole hot mess. So I took some, I recorded a little bit over the weekend, you know, running errands and doing all that. I recorded some of my workouts and stuff like that. Also, what I did, which is kind of based on this book and Be Your Future Self Now, which I will pop a picture up here of that book. So I created this journal, Dear Future You. Okay, and basically what this journal is, it is future Heather writing to current Heather. And I'm writing this as my future self who has achieved her goals. And I am basically just telling myself what it's like to be on the other side. So I started writing in it last night, and I'm going to continue to try to write in it every night. Also, one of my favorite YouTubers, Raquel Figueroa. I freaking love her. She's the best. If you're not following her, you need to watch her, because she is just hilarious. I just want to be her friend in real life, because she just makes me laugh so much. And she actually, this is where I got the idea from. So when I make like a small vision board or do a vision board book, which is actually, shoot, what I have here. Let's see if I can show you some of it. Here's some of it. Okay. Basically, I had all these pictures in Pinterest that I absolutely love. There's another page. So she showed us how to go on Pinterest and actually print the pictures out of all the things that you like, send it to Walgreens, have it printed, and you can use it for your vision board. No more buying them $20 or $30 books on Amazon with a little cheap paper stuff to go in on your vision board and your books or whatever. You can actually go on Pinterest and print them out. I printed out 100 and some. I didn't even open it. I wanted to open it online. All these pictures from Pinterest. I'm so excited because I'm going to put them in this book and probably add more to this book. Here's another page I did. And basically, this is I call it my vision book, which is basically the equivalent of a vision board. And you just put everything in here. And it's a book that only you can see. You can carry it with you. You can look at it before you go to bed. You can look at it first thing when you wake up. You can do it in sections. You can do whatever you want. So here's some of the pictures that I printed. Don't be afraid to be seen trying. And that's exactly what I'm trying to do, bro. I'm here trying to do this, and this is a lot of work. And this is actually what my therapist told me. Yeah. It's scary because it's new, not because you're incapable. And this routine. Your routine is a love letter to your future self. So I'm going to ask you, what are you doing every day? Are you actually doing the things that you say you're going to do in order to get to where you want to go? Because let me tell you, I've been fighting with this last like 15 pounds, 15, 20 pounds forever. Perimenopause really screwed up my waistline. And I have been fighting, trying to get back down to like 150 lean. And it's just, man, it's the hardest thing. And I'm extremely aggravated with it. But it is what it is at this point. And the only thing that I can do is work to get it off. But I know that my eating, girl, I'm going to try not to just show you the good things that I eat, but to show you the little crappy things that I eat. Because let's just be honest, if you were really eating the way that you know that you're supposed to eat, you would have already reached your goals. I'll wait. Yeah, that's the truth. You and I both know it. Because why is it that I'm still stuck between 168 and 169? I'm on a GLP-1. It's not a large dose. It's actually a maintenance dose. I'm not necessarily overeating, but a lot of times the stuff that I eat is not good. And I know that. And I know better than that. I probably eat more carbs now than I have my whole life. Because when I was in the office, I was getting like 20,000 steps a day. Okay. Sometimes more than that. I was eating, probably the majority of the time was low carb. I might have carbs for breakfast because I would work out early in the morning, and that was it. So my goal is to get this weight down, just to become the best version of myself that I can be. And to be perfectly honest, I just hate this gut. I hate it. Absolutely hate it. So that is what we're going to do this week. We're going to be working to get rid of this gut. We are going to be writing letters to ourselves to keep us on track. We are going to be reading. We are going to be praying. And we are going to be showing up. So if that's your jam, stick around. Let's see what we can do here. And if you made it through this, thank you. And since I'm new to this whole thing, I know my editing is not that great. And I just ask that you would be patient with me and cut me some slack, because I'm trying. I'm trying to do the best that I can with what I have. So, okay. Anywho, that is all for now, and I'll check in with you guys later. So I am currently folding clothes, cleaning the basement, washing clothes, and watching the NFL draft. My cousin, God willing, he's gonna get drafted today, so that's what I'm watching right now.
Buenas tardes, soy Roberto Carlos, embajador de Real Madrid, desde Bernabéu, donde los Atlanta Falcons jugarán la próxima temporada.
So what can I say? I absolutely hate folding clothes, but it is what it is, and I had to do what I had to do, because what I hate more than folding clothes is walking down into the basement and seeing a stack of clothes just stare at me like, hello. It just makes it awful for when you want to work out. So I try to take the time and fold my clothes when I get the chance. I also hate going downstairs and it's just completely junky. The mirrors are dirty. I hate it. I feel like a dirty space is a reflection of what's in your head. So probably every couple weeks, I make it a point to really go downstairs and try to clean it up the best that I can and get everything in order. So that's what I did last Saturday while I was watching the draft. I just sat downstairs, I folded my clothes, I cleaned up everything, I moved some stuff around so that way when I did work out downstairs, it'll be in order. I hate working out down there when it's just junked up. It just gives me bad vibes. Next, what we have is one of my workouts this week. This was probably my last workout that I did with the Get Fit with Jen app. And what you see here is just basically trap bar deadlifts or suitcase squats, leg extensions, hamstring curls, and RDLs. It was a pretty simple workout. It was good. I had squats in here too, but the video was so long and I scrapped it, but I did have squats in here, which was probably, I think was like the first thing that I did. The workout was good. So I got it done. I was happy. I was pleased. And yeah, so we did our workout. One of our workouts this week anyhow. Sometimes I wonder how many workouts does it take to hit your goals? Do you ever just work out and you just wonder how much of this do I have to do in order to get to be where I want? And that is the thought that goes through my mind probably every workout, if not every workout, every other workout. I'm just saying, I know I can't be alone. Like, how much do I have to do? Happy Wednesday, people. How is everybody doing today? I am on my way to go get my nails done because they're looking kind of raggedy. We were supposed to have our women's group at church tonight, but I guess a lot of people had things going on, issues or what have you. So a lot of people weren't going, so they canceled it and rescheduled it for next Wednesday, which is fine. But I was a little perturbed. I had taken my clothes out this morning, ironed my shirt and all that, and yeah, now we don't have group. I also did not work out today. I went for a walk early this morning. I was supposed to do my lifting. I did not lift. So I'm thinking about taking today as my rest day and doing today's workout tomorrow, which I'm still on track. So yeah, so today just feels very drab, very wah-wah, because it's just so gloomy. It's so gloomy and it makes you feel gloomy inside. So, oh, look at the little dog. He's so cute. I love to see all the little dogs. That like legit brightens my day. So, story time. So, I had a friend at work, and this young man, and by young man I mean like in his 20s, young, used to ask me to borrow money. So me being the good-hearted person I am, I said, all right, yeah, I'll owe you the money, just pay me back. All right, bet. So every time he would always pay me back, but this kid would ask me for as much as like $250. Always paid me back, not a problem. So he gives me this whole sob story about his girlfriend cheated on him with his friend, and his girlfriend cleaned out all his bank accounts, and all his bills were like set on automatic payment, and now he's just overdrafting, which is why he had to continue to ask me to borrow money. Like he was in this deep hole that he couldn't get out of. Okay, now mind you, this was like last year. Okay, so this year he was still asking me to borrow money. I would still give him the money because he would pay me back. Very last time he asked me to borrow $50, and he says, I'll pay you back. He told me he didn't have any food, because I had told him, I don't have no money to borrow you, man. Like I borrow you money all the time. I'm tapped. I don't have any money. He's like, I don't have any food in my house, Heather. He's like, just $50 so I can get myself something to eat. How do you not borrow somebody money in order for them to get food?
Spineless cowards is how poor you are.
So I'm like, all right, I'll send you $50. He's like, okay. I send him the $50, and he's never paid me back. He started dodging me at work, ignoring my messages, and I wasn't even asking about the money. I was just, messaging him to see how he was doing, to see if everything was okay. So I'm like, all right, bet. Well, maybe about a month ago or so, they let him go at work because I guess he wasn't making his quota or what have you. Still, so I text him. I'm like, man, I heard what happened. Are you okay? Genuinely, like, are you okay? Nothing. I hear absolutely nothing from him. I'm like, oh, okay. All right, bet. So I had deleted him out of my phone. I'm like, screw him, whatever, man. Like, I was a good friend to you when supposedly nobody else was. So last night I was on my iPad. I'm like, oh, I see his text string in my iPad. So I text him. I'm like, oh, you still ignoring people, huh? No response, per the usual. This morning, I'm working and somebody messages me and she's like, hi, Heather, can I ask you a question? I'm like, yeah, sure. So I thought it was somebody that was hired, the outsourcing people, because they outsource people in different countries for our job. Why did she ask me, why are you texting my fiance? Really? I'm like, your fiance? She's like, yeah. Like, wait a minute. You and him got back together. She's like, what do you mean back together? I mean back together because what he had told me is that you cleaned him out. She's like, what do you mean cleaned him out? Cleaned him out, took all his damn money, cleaned out his bank account, left him high and dry. And she's like, man, what? I'm like, yeah. That's what he told me. I said, and further, he didn't tell me that you worked with us. And she's like, yeah, I've been here. It was like this whole mess. And I felt really bad because she genuinely seemed, Jesus, to be a nice girl. And like, she was just genuine. Like, she wanted to know what the hell is going on. And I can understand that. And like I said, I'm a girl's girl. Like, I'm never going to try to lie for some man. No, I'm not lying for no man. And I told her, your boyfriend, your fiance, whatever he is to you, I used to borrow him money all the time because he said that you took everything from him and he didn't have nothing. And she's like, I didn't take his money. She's like, I make 3 times more money than him. Why would I steal from him? I was like, well, according to him, you cleaned out all his accounts, so he ain't got no money to pay his bills. She tells me that's because he doesn't know how to manage his money. And she's like, how much money does he owe you now? I'm like, he just owes me $50, which is fine. Like, it's not even a big deal. I was like, my concern was if he was fine, like, was he depressed? Is he okay? Because that's how he would put on with me. And she's like, girl, he is fine. He's doing fine. I'm like, all right, bet. And she was actually really nice. And I told her, if you need any, freight or whatever, just let me know. and I'll see what I can get you if you have any good trucks. And she's like, okay. And, she said, thank you for being, nice and answering all my questions. And I apologized to her because I'm like, I'm sorry, like, for any misunderstanding, because this ain't that. And I don't know what he told you, but yeah, we don't, like, girl, come on now. But I feel some kind of way because you lied. You lied on your girl. You lied to me. So you make me look like a fool. And here I am thinking this poor kid and he's being mistreated and blah, 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 blah. And you're out here lying on her. I hope she does leave his ass. Excuse my language, but I hope she does. Because if he's going to lie to me about you, what is he doing out in the street? I'm just saying. I'm a girl's girl. Always have been and I always will be. Like, come on, man. What are we doing here? So yeah, that was my tea for the day. Also, my ex-fiance from a long time ago, excuse me, he actually had sent me a message, and I respond back to the message with like, question mark, like, what do you want? Why are you even bothering me? So I go on his Facebook page. He's older now. He's a little older than me, about 12 years older than me. He looks like he's like 20 years older than me. He was big fat face, just out of shape, and he was in the military, so he was in good shape back in the day. But yeah, he looked awful, just awful. And I thought, holy cow, did I dodge a bullet? Like, I just knew he was going to be my husband, and we were going to live this great life, and I was going to be this pampered little military wife, and oh no, it wasn't even, nothing like that. Nothing, not even a little bit. One day I'll tell you how bad it was, but for right now, you just got to take my word for it. I don't know why. Come on. All these pigeons. A lot of pigeons in Chicago, people. A lot of pigeons in Chicago. So, yeah. So, I don't know. I'm just saying. I was very happy that I dodged a bullet, and that's over. But today has been a blah day. I have not exercised. I'm in front of the nail shop, so I'm going to go in and get my nails done. Hopefully that'll make me feel better. We shall see. So, okay. See? Nail shop. Hello. And we're all done with our nails. I don't know. Oh. Yeah, so we're all done with our nails. And I don't remember, why is it so expensive? I remember back in the day, you could go get a whole full set for $25, and that was with the fancy design. I spent $65 for plain, regular, schmegular nails. Like, I'm pleased with how he did them. I like my nails. I love the color. I love how he cut them down, shaped them. He was fast. He was efficient. But damn, $65 for a fill, not a full set, a fill, girl. I'm just saying, like, it's expensive to try to be pretty and to keep yourself up. Maintenance, baby, maintenance. Everything costs. Everything costs. So yeah, so I got my nails done. Also, so there's this girl online. I hate calling people influencers, but her name is Madeline, and I am obsessed with her and her recipes, and I'm thinking about switching over to her app. That's a deep pothole. I'm seriously thinking about switching over, but I don't know if I want to, but I like her. I love her content. I love her sense of humor. Her recipes seem to be really good. I just got a damn kombucha squash to try. I like squash, but I've never had kombucha squash. I've never tried it. I'm probably not gonna cook it today. I'll probably cook it tomorrow and eat it tomorrow. But I'm seriously thinking about giving her app a try. It's a 7-day free trial. So I think I might give it a whirl and see if I want to stay there. And what is happening up here? Okay, sorry. So yeah, because she was talking and it just made me think like I've got to get it together, because I keep teetering with my weight. I go up and down, up and down, up and down. Like, why can't I maintain? What is it that I'm not doing? And I know it has to do with what I eat. It has to be, because I'm fairly consistent most of the time with my workouts. Like, most of the time. So I don't know, but I'm trying to shed this pudgy midsection because I hate it. I hate it. And it's from menopause. It's from menopause, from going through the damn change, and I'm still going through the change. Like, some mornings I wake up and I'm so bloated I look like I'm carrying a set of twins. The next time I wake up and I'm really bloated, I'm going to take a picture for you guys to see me, because I promise you I'm not lying. I can't make this up. And then other days I wake up and my stomach looks fairly flat. Flabby still, but flat, yes. And that's probably only because I do castor oil packs, and that really does make a difference with like bloating and gas and all that. It does help. So I would tell you, like, if you suffer from that, do a castor oil pack. It'll help you. And I can take a picture and show you how flat my stomach is in the morning after I've done one of those. So yeah, so I don't know. That is what I am seriously considering doing, and switching over to her workouts, and you know, getting a meal plan from her app. And her app, it's kind of expensive. It's $29 a month, which it's kind of a lot. But if it's worth it, then okay. If it's really worth it and I stick to it, then I can just switch to annual, and it'll be cheaper that way. But I don't know. So I'm still thinking about it, and I'll probably make up my mind tonight. I gotta do some stuff and make me something to eat. So we'll see. So yeah, that's all I've got for now. I hope everybody is having a great Wednesday, a happy hump day. Chicago PD is on if you watch it, and I'm truly excited because I love Chicago PD. And just here's one time for my nails. Yeah. So I'm happy with my nails, even though they were a little pricey. I got my reading done for today. My Bible, my book. I don't have 8,000 steps. I got 4,879 steps, and I need to get to like at least 8. I did track my food today. What else? I just didn't do my workout. I didn't feel like it. Yeah. So that's all I've got for today, and I will show you guys what the squash looks like when I cook it. Man, every time I'm in the garage and he sees me, he is always going to come and talk to me. One day, there was a whole bunch of snow in the alley, and I was shoveling, and he came out to try to help me, and I was shoveling really fast, like by myself, and he's like, do you work out? He was like, why? He's like, because you're shoveling really fast, and it was like heavy snow. I was like, yeah, I do work out. He's like, oh, like, do you lift weights? Like, what do you do? I'm like, yeah, I lift weights. So, just a funny little story. Anywho, that's all I got. I'm done. I'm going in to make myself dinner now. So, I hope everybody's having a great day, and I will see you guys later. Kombucha squash. Tastes like a freaking potato.
So what you see here is my Dear Future You journal. I sat down and started making this on a Sunday afternoon, and basically what it is a journal where I write letters to my current self from my future self. So future Heather talking to current Heather, and basically future Heather is telling Heather to stay the course and don't give up because things get better, but you got to keep going even though you don't see it now, because I think sometimes when you're in the deep of things, you don't really see what it is that's at the very end. It's just so far. So that's basically what that journal is about. And all the pictures that you see here, I get those from Pinterest, and I print them out from Pinterest, and I just use them as I need them. I also have a lot of stickers and different things, but a lot of times I like to just put the pictures in my journals. I also have a vision board book that I showed in the beginning of the video. If you want any information on that, I can show you guys how to do that, or what that's basically all about. But this is basically my Dear Future You journal, and I try to write in it 1 to 2 times a week just to try to keep myself on track, especially when things get hard. So it's almost like love letters to myself. And sometimes I even find answers within my own writing, believe it or not. God has a way of doing things like that.
Happy Sunday, and we are back. So, quick recap of the week. Week went pretty fast. I pretty much accomplished everything that I had set out to accomplish. I hit my step goal every day other than Wednesday. Wednesday, I think I only got like 6,000 steps, a little over 6,000 steps. Every other day, I hit over 10,000 steps. I did get up and go to church this weekend. My girlfriend came with me, and I was very, very ecstatic about that. I ate fairly well. I hit all my workouts that I had planned to do. This week taught me that being prepared made a world of a difference. I got a ton done this week that I wanted to get done. Kind of running behind here because normally I do my sit-down chat on Saturday when I go to church, but I went to church today instead of yesterday. So I am just wrapping up everything right now, but I'm really pleased with how the week went, and I'm really happy that I was able to do all the things that I set out to do. I can't complain. I'm hoping next week is even better. A couple new things. I did sign up for a different app, so my workouts will look different moving forward, at least the next 12 weeks. I signed up with the Studio Era app, which so far so good. I really like it, and the recipes are really good. I'm going to be adding some more walking. Hitting my reading, my Bible, going to church, doing all the things, trying to get myself on track for where I wanna be. So overall, this week went really well. I'm really pleased with everything, and I'm just praying that next week will be even better. So tomorrow I will sit and film my sit down for next week. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like, comment, subscribe, whatever it is. Just please leave a comment, say something to me so I know somebody is watching, and maybe, I don't know, we'll just see. I'm just working on it. I'm working on my little muscle. So anyhow, I'm just thankful. I'm thankful I got to go to church. I'm thankful that my really good friend went to church and the message was received. And I think it's interesting because she said, Heather, I can feel God is calling me. God. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. And I just pray that God will continue to just pull at her heartstrings. So that's all I got for this week. I'll see you next week for another video. Have a great week.